Set.
Greetings again in the mighty name of our Lord Jesus Christ, and welcome to the second episode of our interview with SULIASI RAVUNIKAU, looking after Cunningham Zone. And as we already know, hails from Lau, Tikino Kambara, and the province of Lau. And he's talking about his school days and now joining PWD apprentice way back in the 70s or early 80s. And we'll welcome him again to continue with his testimony.
Thank you, the General Superintendent. It's an honor once again to be part of this general discussion, and I trust that the Lord will anoint His words that we use, the idea, the desire to continue to win more souls to the Lord. Yes, I joined apprentice in the 1980. 1980, I left secondary school. I joined apprenticeship. That lasted for 5 years with one certificate. So
5 years?
For one certificate.
One certificate.
We understand that one has to go and attain degree, maybe 3 years. Diploma courses for 3 years.
3 years.
Apprenticeship scheme is for 5 years. That takes both theoretical years, then you have to be assessed on both, whether your practical and theoretical is both to the standard, then you'll be given one certificate. Saying that and more to that, after the apprenticeship days was not easy. Meeting all sorts of tradespeople with different characters. I learned to work with them. The languages that they use, whether some they speak in English, some they speak their own dialect from whichever province, part of Fiji they come from. They hardly speak, some they don't speak fluent in the Bowen language, the Tokyo language. So joining apprentice is really challenging. You go to places all over Fiji in terms of the infrastructure of the nation. First year apprentice, second year apprentice, third year apprentice, fourth year apprentice, and then your fifth year you have to prove. You're more or less like a tradesperson. You are given groups of people, then you become leaders of those. You are appointed as group leaders, team leaders. Learning as an apprentice really assured a person after graduating that you are a good leader. Should I say, you are a good skills person that can take forth tasks that normally was given to those before you join. Going to places and different environment, go to islands, go to Kondabu and go to islands in Lau, go to Tabioni and Wonolevu, go to Rotuma and back, and then the interior of Vitilevu, go to Wonolevu. All that happens in the 5 years span.
So now you become a senior pastor, and considering the time that you went through apprenticeship, the commitment and the dedication that we normally place in our workplace, and seeing now as a senior pastor, how do you compare the amount of output, amount of energy used, dedication when we work or going to school or apprentice for your case, compared to be a disciple, to be a follower of Jesus Christ?
When you ask me that question, the General Superintendent, you almost put me into emotional. This morning I was praying in the seawall. Then I was thanking the Lord for the 36 years of service. I spent a good 36 years of my life working non-stop. Out of that 36, only 8 years that this is my prayer in the morning, this morning. And Lord, only 8 years of that 36 years that I was trying to be good to you. The effort being put into acquire the knowledge required by the workplace was so enormous. Then when I look back, and my effort to serve the Lord was really very, very small, very little, too little.
So now we can agree with that, with King Solomon, right? Proverbs chapter 2 verse 4. if you seek me like you seek silver and gold, or the hidden treasure of this world, if he's saying it, if you seek me the way you do these things here, seeking silver, gold, good house, good car, good job, he said, if you seek me like that, then you really understand what is the fear of the Lord. That's what you're trying to say.
Yes. I will not blame anyone. It was the atmosphere then, going to work. There's no one in the environment to support that skills was there to instill to the heart of people what you shared this morning, to know the value of spending so much to the world, and it should be according to what King Solomon has written.
So you are saying that we can also say like this, there's no one to guide us,
yes,
to tell us the importance of serving God.
Yes.
We go to church, as we go from the village, we go to church, we attend Sunday school, we go to MOF, and there was no really urge or teaching or direction to tell us the effort and the amount of energy that you can also put in serving God.
Yes.
Like serving God is just another, just because it's Sunday.
It's Sunday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just because we belong to a denomination.
Yes.
Okay. You continue with your interview as now you are working, and
yes, finishing the apprenticeship, I feel good because after 5 years, and I was given just one certificate. It was really a time that demanded a lot of hard working. And then at the same time, the continuation of further education, going to do diploma, also included after apprentice. After apprentice, then I become a tradesperson, a team leader, good team leader, and being promoted. And then I remember in 1990, I was called in, and I have to leave the workshop. The supervisor then, those engineers then, they've told me, you're going to be changing your workplace. You're going to go to the head office to go and join the design and costing section. There's a department that looks after the design of all.
So it's more like valuers. They check the cost of
Yes.
bridges,
Yes.
the road,
Yes.
any construction.
Any construction.
That will be done by PWD.
Yes.
So there's a section that look after cost.
Cost.
So the budgeting will come from these people.
Will come from these people. The design, the civil engineers and architect, their design needs to be costed. So the government will come up with the cost. And that's what I do then. I shifted from those apprenticeship and skills workshop life into the head office of the.
Very, very interesting, Suli. Now, as you move on, then, as we coming to the topic of our discussion, for you, is miracles do happen,
Yes.
and as you testify in most of the church service, the open air, then you were struck with sickness.
Yes.
While you were working. Yeah.
Yes. While working for 18 years, I think it's 2004. Then I was really stunned, to have this diagnosed with me that I have a blockage on my right kidney. It was done by Dr. Diasa then. Series of pain for almost 3 years.
So the pain, if you have your kidney problem on the right, where is the pain coming from?
The pain that comes on my lower tummy,
Yeah.
that hits me, and I thought it was I cannot relate that to the kidney. The pain is normally here, so I have to press this. This pain lasted for 3 years. Then before it was diagnosed, and then Dr. Diaz said, you have a kidney issue.
So that means what I shared on the foreshore. Normally the sickness comes to us without us realizing.
Yes.
Until the pain start to come.
Yes.
And then we go to the doctor.
Yes.
Then we think that we are just sick then.
Yes.
But the sickness already attacked us long before that.
Yes. I think you mentioned in one of your teachings the symptoms. The symptoms must come out first. Not just strike. There are people that you have to experience symptoms before you are taken. The symptoms will take a person to diagnose.
hospital.
Yes, for diagnosing.
Okay.
That was really my case. 2004, I was fit. I thought I was full of skills required by the workplace, and I do not know God.
I see your body. You used to do
Yes.
weights
Yes.
and also a little bit of boxing.
I did boxing for many years, amateur boxing. Anyone listening will know what is 3 rounds. Seconds out, box on. There's nothing else. You must drop your opponent, or the opponent drops you.
Yeah, one of you must drop.
One of you must drop. And then I switched to powerlifting and weightlifting. That's probably where you're asking. That for so many years again. And then I thought I was physically fit when I was diagnosed. The pain came to me. So when we talk about fitness, yes, I was fit. And then when I was diagnosed, I was start asking questions. How I have my kidney issue when I'm fit.
So you were told to get an operation in Su?
Yes. Dr. Diaz reminded me for almost 3 years. You have to work quickly, and if you cannot get the treatment here, there was no lithotripsy in Fiji then, where the laser will be used to clear the blockage. And because the blockage of the ureter was so long in my kidney, the blockage was for so long, for 3 years, the kidney was ballooned. So it's not normal anymore. A small, tidy kidney, now it's a balloon. To a stage where Dr. Diasa and the urologist then, Dr. Uzal, in the Suva Private Hospital, back in 2004, they both believed that the kidney should be removed. It's gone. Cannot function the way it should be functioning, because the blockage has been there for years.
Okay, while we are on the kidney used to filter our waste.
Yes.
Okay. Can you explain a little bit for the benefit of people?
Kidney really is to filter your blood. If the kidney doesn't do the filtering well, that's what we have now in Suva. The treatment is dialysis. Then you'll be put to sleep. The blood will be taken out because the cleaning is not good. Then your blood will be cleaned by a machine before it's pumped back to you. So this treatment is very expensive. So the machine is really the one doing, plus some other medication, to clean your blood before the whole blood, the gallons, have to be pumped back.
So technically you're dead.
You're dead. Chuelividiri went through that. Chonalum went through that. While these two were having a problem with the kidney, and I thought I'm going to be in the same boat. So later on, I was evacuated to the Mercy Scott Hospital.
While we're still on that point, so that means that every organ is placed by God there. There's a big function, and sometimes cost thousands and thousands of dollars to put an artificial replacement to that,
Yes.
which will not do 100%
No.
as kidney, lungs,
No.
the heart. And imagine that's the wisdom and the knowledge of the God that we serve.
Very true.
Just amazing. Okay, then you were told to go to Mercy Hospital in Auckland.
Yes, there comes a time I was taken out. I went with my wife. The urologist in Suva Private Hospital said, this is the treatment. I will want to do the open cut and remove your kidney. So the explanation of the process is very clear to me. I even asked a question to the urologist, excuse me, doctor, if you're going to cut open this, which is going to happen, the kidney has a back, what about the stitching? I'm start thinking forward. How about the veins? Are they going to be joined again? And I remember that morning, and he said, sorry, somebody else have to do the cutting. I'm the urologist. I'm specialist for the kidney only. So we have 6 doctors here, which you have to pay and have the operation done. To remove your kidney, to treat your kidney, there's a specialized doctor to cut.
So they cut and they stitch. The other doctors, they just there to operate on the problem.
Okay. The kidney will take care of the kidney. The blood will be a different doctor to see that the blood circulates during the operation. There's another doctor to look after the machine. and there's another doctor just to come and cut. And after the operation, there's another doctor who just come and stitch.
Praise the Lord. For those of you that are watching and listening, following us this interview, just listening alone to that operation, it is not a very exciting idea for somebody to go through operation. So that's why we need the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, the bright morning star, to continue to be our doctor every day of our life, and we must run to him. And we'll take a few minutes break and we'll come back to you. And we'll continue with the testimony of Kaltalgase, SULIASI, RAVUNIKAU. So God bless you and stay tuned in Jesus' name.